Hi everyone, this is Cassie over at St. Paul Harley. I just wanted to dive a little bit deeper into our item of the month this month, which you can probably already tell is going to be boots. So what I'm going to be explaining in this video is boots are usually a little bit of a harder one for people to kind of compare and know what's best for them and everything like that. So I'm just going to be saying a couple of the features of each different types of boots here that we've got and make it a little bit easier for you to decide when you come in and get some. So the first one we're going to be talking about here is going to be one of our women's boots. This is the Sydney boot. It's going to be more of your classic style riding boot, the all black leather, that heavy duty bottom to it, that nice traction that we've got on the bottom here. Some of the features of this guy are going to be that it is that full leather like I was saying before, so it makes it like a second pair of skin for you when you're riding, which is super nice when it comes to boots, just in case you scuff your foot or anything like that. One of the other features is going to be this outer air vent that we've got hanging out right here. It's really nice with these ones since leather can get kind of hot. So you can just unzip that guy right there and it brings some air circulation going back into your foot so then your feet don't get so hot when we're riding in the summer. It's got a side zipper, which this is a hit or miss with everybody. Some people like the side zipper, some people don't. But this one in particular does have the side zipper. I believe that it makes it a little bit easier to put on. And then the last thing I want to talk about is going to be the ankle protection aspect of it. So this is a little bit of a higher cut boot. So the ankle protection on this guy is going to be super nice, so you can get it fully fitted to the size of your ankle, and then you'll be super safe with this one. Alright, so the second women's boot we are going to be talking about here and kind of comparing to the Sydney is going to be the Marconi boot we have here. We have it specifically in black in the dealership, but it also comes in a nice brown option also. This is going to be your new style of boot with this white bottom. Harley has been coming out with more and more of these boots that give kind of a sneaker look to it, but still with all of the safeties of your classic riding boot like the Sydney. So some of the features of this boot are going to be it has a mesh lining on the inside, which is nice for the cooling of your foot since it doesn't have a vent or anything like the Sydney does. It's also going to be a comfort thing too. Another reason a lot of people like to pick these guys is going to be because they are very lightweight compared to any of your classic boots that you have hanging around like the Sydneys. And another thing too that makes this a good option is going to be that it is this full leather, which is going to be just as safe as the Sydney would be. It just kind of depends on what look you're going for. So these two actually have a lot of the same features and safety, but it's all just dependent on what kind of style you're going for. Now moving on to some of the men's boots that we have here. The first one that I'm going to be talking about is going to be the Riddick men's boots. It's going to be pretty much in comparison to the Sydney women's boots, but the men's version of it. So once again, it has that nice solid traction on the bottom. It's that full leather, so you get that full protection once again. It's a higher boot, so you get that nice ankle protection. Something different about this guy from the Sydney, though, is that it has this nice little shifter patch right on the front of the boot here, so that when you're shifting on your bike, actually, it doesn't scuff up the nice soft leather that you have on it, which makes it super nice so that you can keep your boots clean. Also has that vent that I was talking about with the Sydneys too to keep your feet cold, and that side zipper that makes it a little bit easier for you to put your boots on. And the final men's one that I'm going to be talking about here is going to be the Bateman 5-inch metals in this nice gray that we have in stock. They also come in black, but we don't have any of the black right now. But these ones are also going to be kind of like those Marconis I was talking about before. They're that new style of boot with that white bottom on it to make it look more like a sneaker, but it's still got all the protection of a regular classic style boot. So some of the features that this guy has is going to be, it has these reflective laces, which are really nice for when you're riding at night if you don't have any sort of reflective gear on or anything like that. The laces are going to be reflective. It also comes with a second pair of laces with the boot if you don't want the reflective laces. Another thing, they're not as heavy as your classic boot. That Riddick that we were just talking about before is going to be a pretty hefty boot for sure. So if you necessarily don't want such a heavy boot, this would definitely be an option for you. But also, like the Riddick, it has this nice ankle protection. It doesn't go up as high because they still want that look of the sneaker pretty much, but it still has solid ankle protection on it. It also has a mesh lining in it, like I was talking about with the women's Marconi before, which is going to be used for the cooling once again and the comfort of your feet. Alright, and that is going to be some of the features for a couple of our women's boots and a couple of our men's boots. If you or anybody you know who's a rider is in the market for some boots, we are running 20% off of our boots the whole month, so feel free to stop on in.